I've got 8 brand new MultiVersus facts coming your way, including one that's basically a leak of 5 potential characters coming to MultiVersus from someone who may be working on the game themselves. And so this is going to be really exciting. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Number 1 here, this is kind of piggybacking off my last video on MultiVersus, but Tony got some more questions about Mordecai and Rigby getting into the game, and he basically reaffirms that he's going to try really hard to get them into the game. For example, Casper asked, "Hey Tony, is there a high probability that Mordecai and Rigby from the beloved series regular show will make it into MultiVersus?" Tony said, "I hope so." Meanwhile, user interface Shaggy said, "Mordecai and Rigby from regular show, is it possible?" And Tony says, "I'm going to try really hard." So this just makes it even more clear that if there's any character that's going to get into MultiVersus in the future, it's definitely going to be Mordecai and Rigby. Tony seems really hell-bent on getting them into the game, which is just really awesome news to hear. Number 2, Tony went to Twitter to tease a lot about Iron Giant, which is going to be a playable character in the open beta next month. And so the Iron Giant has definitely gained a lot of attention because the Iron Giant's going to be, well, gigantic. He's going to be noticeably bigger than all the other fighters in the game, and so it's going to be very interesting to see how he's going to work amongst all the other fighters in MultiVersus. But Tony did have some comments about it. So this first tweet said, "We took a lot of chances with Iron Giant. Hopefully it's not too toxic. We'll adjust quickly if it is." And then Tony went on to say, "Iron Giant is big." But then he also said something really interesting in response to someone else saying, "Yeah, no jumping. He can jump, sorta." And so kind of makes sense because Iron Giant is going to be a really big character allegedly. So if he was able to jump crazy, you know, kind of like all the other characters in the game, then he'd just be a really unfair character to play. So that'd be really interesting because if he can't really jump that much, then I assume he's going to be really hard to knock off. And one last comment from Tony said, "Iron Giant was our most difficult and ambitious character we've ever made. I hope everyone finds Iron Giant fun. Just the beginning for us, some exciting characters on the horizon." So he definitely seems really excited about Iron Giant coming to the public masses, and so whenever Iron Giant comes out, I'm gonna be really curious to see how he plays. At number 3, we got some questions about what MultiVersus will look like after open beta finishes up. And so this one person asked, "Can you tell us when we will know when the open beta releases, and will open beta be like Splitgate where we can play the game until the full game releases?" Tony says, "It's going to be in July. There's a few unknowns like QA testing and passing certification, so can't give exact dates beyond July." Fax then asked, "Hey Tony, I've asked before and don't know if you have seen it, but does the beta act as a release for the game, meaning no downtime after said beta?" And Tony says, "Hope so. If there's big issues, maybe not. Depends on what state we are in." So there is some potential that MultiVersus will stay up when the open beta is done. So that's great because that basically means this might be an official release of the game. And man, I just don't think I can handle MultiVersus going away again. I mean, I was so hooked on it when it first came out, so hopefully when the open beta comes out, it just stays around because that'd be so great to just keep playing off of that and really get our teeth sucked into MultiVersus. At number 4, Yusem asked, "Hey Tony, just wanted to ask, will the battle pass be purchasable with real money or with some sort of premium currency?" And then Tony said yes. So this looks like it's going to be one of the things that we purchased with the currency in the game. So really interested in seeing how much that's going to cost. Hopefully it's a fair price, but I mean, something had to be charged. It is a free to play game after all. Pollo asked, "Hi Tony, I was watching gameplay of MultiVersus and saw that you can't do a 3-player free for all and need to add a bot to play. Is there a way where we can remove the bot and play, or is there no 3 players free for all at the moment?" And Tony said, "We plan to add this." This was not even something I realized was a thing in the original alpha of MultiVersus, and so that would be really good if we can just play with 3 players, because you can play with 2 players, you can play with 4 players. It's a little bit odd that you can't play with 3 players. I do wonder if there will be any support for more players beyond 4. Probably not, but something that may be expanded upon in the future, I might say. Number 6, Wappy Wop asked, "I have a question. If there are seasons in MultiVersus, will there be themes, and will new maps be added every season?" Then Tony went on to say, "Hopefully new maps will be added all the time with or without seasons." And so he kind of confirms that there will be seasons when it comes to MultiVersus, but he still wants maps to be added regularly in and out of seasons. So hopefully new maps is something that we'll get regularly with the game, but we'll just have to see. Depends on how much they're planning to work on this game once it comes out and such. Number 7, Jack's Attack asked, "Will be able to have one account connected to multiple consoles for cosmetics?" Then Tony said, "Yes, we have cross progression." So this just basically means that if you earn all your cosmetics and such on one account, then you can log into that account on another console and still get to use all of them. So I think linking the game to your Warner Brothers account is such a great idea because it's able to keep track of all that data and such on the internet. And so you can basically log into MultiVersus from pretty much anywhere you are and really get access to everything you earn. So that's gonna be really great, especially when you're on the go and maybe you're going to conventions or something, you want to participate in tournaments and such. You can log into your own account and use everything you've unlocked, which is just fantastic. And here is our last fact. And so this comes from a writer named Morgan Evans, who works on a few different shows on HBO Max. And so Morgan Evans put out this tweet not too long ago that basically said, "Last week I got to write jokes for Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Sylvester, Wild E. Coyote, Tweety, Scooby, Shaggy, Velma, Michigan J. Frog, Gizmo, and Yogi Bear. Not telling you what it was for, but I can die happy now." And so some people actually theorized that this would be for MultiVersus. And what's really interesting is that this guy named ICV Torchy posted this comment shortly after Morgan put it up and said it has to be MultiVersus. And oddly enough, Morgan removed that tweet very shortly after this tweet was made. And so here's what I'm thinking. This is most likely a MultiVersus thing because there's really no other project that contains all of these characters. The only one that comes even close is something called Tuned Out, which is this like upcoming live action series coming to HBO Max, which features a lot of these characters, but it doesn't feature Gizmo, so that's one thing. And secondly, the show is slated to come out very soon, like within this summer, so it seems a little odd that they still be writing for the show unless there was a season 2 already greenlit for the show. So this is just very likely to be for MultiVersus, especially considering it includes the 3 Scooby-Doo characters that we know are going to be in this game: Scooby, Shaggy, and Velma. And so this means that not only did we get even more confirmation that characters like Daffy Duck and Gizmo are going to be in the game, but we also got 5 brand new names that we know or at least have potential to be in MultiVersus: Sylvester, Wild E. Coyote, Tweety, Michigan J. Frog, and Yogi Bear. So these are really awesome characters. It's really great to see more Looney Tunes / Hanna-Barbera characters be introduced here. It really is great to see all these different faces. I do wonder if Sylvester and Tweety are going to be a duo character, kind of like Tom and Jerry are, although I don't really know how you would make them different otherwise. I just find it hard to imagine Tweety being his own character, but hey, if you can have a character as gigantic as Iron Giant, then maybe you can have a character as small as Tweety. I mean, who knows, maybe Tweety would be a really interesting character to play. I just can't imagine Tweety being easy to play because Tweety would be someone you would have a hard time keeping a track of on the screen, I would imagine, if he's that small. But anyway, let me know what you think about these characters. Are you excited for these characters or are you a little bit disappointed about them? Let me know why not. I'm actually really psyched for Yogi Bear. I did not think Yogi Bear was going to get in this game, so it's really cool to see Yogi in here. I think it's just great to see many more of those representatives from the classic cartoons get in here. I'd love to see like the Jetstones make it in here, maybe the Flintstones. I mean, I don't know, there's so many other characters that can come. But yeah, the fact that Morgan just basically tweeted this out and removed it very shortly afterwards, it's a little suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit sus, I guess you could say. But yeah, beautiful humans, that's going to wrap it up here. So thank you all so much. If you want to learn about some more League characters, then check out this video in this top left corner. Special shout out to Team Rival Sign Gamer, Trash Q, and Claw84. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much. And just yeah, this is Riders riding out.